Hello, new parents. As you know, it's our job to prepare our children for the great big world. We can tick off all the boxes that include schooling, extramurals, great meals, one-on-one time and so forth. But what skills are vital to ensure that our children survive living on their own? Today's list will tick off some of the skills that every child needs before leaving home, so make sure your child is well equipped and can thrive without their parents around. 1. Household management. The title sounds a lot more involved than it actually is, and truthfully, our children should have been taught these skills from a young age, with age-appropriate chores and household responsibilities. It would be highly embarrassing sending our child out into the great outdoors and they can't do the most basic household chores. Things like washing dishes, ironing, laundry, sorting it out properly, cleaning a bathroom, scrubbing a toilet, polishing furniture. You get the picture. These tasks are regular things that every well-adjusted child leaving the home should know. 2. The value of money. Sending your child to school is the most obvious way to give your child an education, but something that is invaluable to a child in their future is teaching them about money. Being money-savvy doesn't always come naturally, and having a poverty mindset is often passed from parent to child. It's up to you, new parents, to break that cycle. Teaching children how to spend below budget, how to save, how to invest, how to deal with debt, how to handle unexpected expenses, the importance of insurance and saving for retirement. The list goes on. That is one of the most important life skills a parent can impart to their child. 3. How to cook some basics. We're not expecting your child to be the next Jamie Oliver, but it's always a good idea to ensure they can cook and bake a few staples. You would be shocked to realize how few children leave the home without the know-how on how to fry a sunny-side egg or how to cook the pasta to al dente. Add a spag bowl, cottage pie, a simple sponge cake, and quesadillas, and they can tweak those to their hearts or stomach's content by adding different ingredients available at the time. 4. Time management. Arriving on time is one of the many things we can do to show respect for another. It is highly disrespectful to keep someone waiting. It says you don't value them or their time. When kids leave home, they'll need to manage their own schedules, their college classes, their work shifts, exams, and so on. Teaching them time management will help them to stay on top of their work and social life. This is an easy thing to start implementing from when they're little, and as they grow, they can start making their own schedules. The more independence you give them, the better they will handle themselves when they fly the coop. 5. Personal health care. Clean, short nails, freshly washed combed hair, clean teeth, and good breath are all factors that will make a huge difference in your child's life after they leave home. You can't parent them forever, and they need to understand the importance of keeping themselves clean and smelling great. Smelly, grubby clothes will create a negative first impression, and BO is enough to keep friends at bay. It's not safe to assume that your child knows all the basics, and it's best to just run through the importance of everything, including changing their underwear every day. 6. How to sew the basics. Losing a button is annoying, but so simple to fix. Clothing with lost buttons or unraveled seams are basic sewing fixes. Even sewing on a badge should be a simple task for any child leaving home to perform. 7. Great work ethics. Work ethics cost nothing and can really take a person far in the workplace. Things like integrity, honesty, professionalism, able to work as a team, discipline, follow-through, and sense of responsibilities are all qualities learnt at home. 8. How to look after a vehicle and drive safely. The way we look after and drive our vehicle plays a huge role in the longevity of the vehicle. Teach that to your child from a young age, and they will never have to replace tires earlier than usual or replace worn-out brake discs sooner than anticipated. Teaching basic fuel-saving tips is also a great way to save your kid money in the long run. Not accelerating before they reach a red light, driving just below the speed limit, and making sure the car is roadworthy. Important advice to dispense. No phones, no distractions, no drinking, slow down, no showing off, be alert. 9. How to stand up for themselves and others. Many adults are afraid to stand up for themselves and what they believe in. They don't have the confidence to ask for a raise, to tell a waiter that the steak is overdone, or just defend themselves in general. and we don't want our children feeling the same way. We need to give our children opportunities to stand up for themselves, and while it is necessary to stand up for your children sometimes, it's usually the exception and not the rule. When your child brings problems to the table, ask them if they want advice on how to deal with the situation or if they just want you to listen. Even if you don't always agree with how your child will handle the situation, let them figure it out for themselves that they could have possibly handled it another way. Teaching them to stick up for children that are being bullied is another integral lesson that will stay with them for life. Children want to help others. That comes naturally. So teach them to reach out to other pupils that are being marginalized or bullied and show that they care. Teach them that regardless of skin color, religious affiliation or income, they are special and cared for and no different to anyone else. 10. How to talk to strangers. Our children are taught about stranger danger, and that rhetoric can often stick with them for life, almost debilitating that ability to strike up conversation with people they don't know. They become shy, afraid, or anxious at the prospect of speaking to strangers. Firstly, let your child practice talking to a stranger in a safe, secure environment. Teach your child that if they feel uneasy with the person, it's okay to stop the conversation and leave. You can start with baby steps when they're young, like asking a stranger the time. Then question your child as to why they chose that specific person. Gut feeling should be trusted, and you can affirm that with your child. Which leads us to the next point, as they are closely related. 11. How to be a good judge of character. Having a good judge of character doesn't come naturally to everyone, but luckily it's a skill that can be learned over time. Many people dish out lip service, but it's better to judge on actions rather than words. Note how they treat others, especially people of a lower income bracket than themselves. It's often advised to notice how the person you're with treats the waiter, and that will be a good indication of their true personality. Other signs that show a good-hearted person include kindness, empathy, perseverance, modesty, and honesty. All these traits can be taught to your child as they grow up, so they're quick to pick up on them once they've left the house to go out on their own. 12. How to say no. Even as an adult, it can sometimes be difficult to say no because we feel so guilty. And when we do manage to say a sheepish no, we back it up with all sorts of reasons. Honestly, it's okay to just say no. Your child doesn't need to back it up and doesn't need to feel guilty for saying it. Teaching your child boundaries is important, and teaching them to say no respectfully and politely while still declining their request is an integral part of parenting. If you want to learn more about how to be a great parent, be sure to watch our video, 15 Things Great Parents Do Differently. 13. Dealing with failure. All throughout our lives, we will face failure, but the way we deal with it will go a long way. Parents often go out of their way, to their own detriment, to have their child avoid disappointment. But that's not the best strategy, because you won't be there every day when they're out the house. Be there to guide your child, not to be his savior each time. Teach them that making the effort and failing is far more beneficial than not trying anything at all. That's how we grow. Delayed gratification plays a part here too. If we give in to our child's desires right away, they will expect the same when they leave home, which is totally unrealistic. Self-control is a skill that is learned from little, and it becomes standard practice over time. Always remember, you are their role model. So if you don't deal well with failure, shout and scream and perform, they will do the same. Take it in your stride, and chances are your child will too. 14. How to say sorry. Yep, we know it's tricky, even as an adult. But learning to say sorry will be one of the best skills you can teach your children in preparing them well when leaving the home. Make sure they really understand what they did wrong, because you don't want them to apologize because you've forced them to. Have them stand up straight, make eye contact, and apologize for the action. So, I'm sorry for, and then whatever they did wrong. 15. Social etiquette. Manners are so important, and to be blunt, people don't like to associate with rude people. Please and thank you are very important and carry a person right throughout their lives. Saying hello, looking at someone in the eyes when speaking to them, shaking hands firmly, how to behave at the dinner table, all these basic life skills are essential and best learned from watching you. New parents, we have a question for you. What life skills do you believe is paramount for kids to know before leaving the house? Let us know in the comments below. We appreciate that you stayed with us right till the end, new parents, and we have one more life skill we believe is integral for kids to know before leaving the house, and that's how to read a map. Our generation are so quick to rely on our phones for maps and directions, and that's great, but they need to learn their surroundings too. And map reading is a skill that will last them a lifetime, and quite possibly get them out of a tight spot one day. Till next time, new parents.